The Chicago Bears, in a salary cap saving move, have cut number one cornerback Kyle Fuller, who's been with the team for 7 years. He will now be hitting the open market, ending his time with the Chicago Bears. What's up, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears offseason update video. This is a video that I wish I was not making because it's one that I really did not expect making after I saw that apparently the Bears were under the salary cap without, cutting Hicks and Fuller. Like, there was reports out there after, March 17 saying that, hey, maybe the Bears won't have to cut Kyle Fuller and Akeem Hicks because, okay, we didn't make a big move in the quarterback market. We didn't trade for Russell Wilson. We didn't trade for Deshaun Watson. We only got Andy Dalton. So maybe we could find a way to keep our defense. But no, because of some of the moves that Ryan Pace has made in the past, backloading every single contract, not drafting that well in the first round and, giving a massive contract to, players like Robert Quinn, the Bears did not have salary cap apparently to do the moves that they want to do this offseason, okay? They can't even sign their rookie class, I guess, and they can't make other moves that they deem necessary to be made. So that's why they cut cornerback Kyle Fuller, okay? And this had to be a really tough decision for Ryan Pace, obviously. Kyle Fuller has been with the team for 7 years, okay? He's been nothing but a reliable cornerback for us, loved in the locker room, his work ethic, his personality. It really fits this defense because he's one of those no-nonsense, no BS guys, okay? Kyle Fuller never really talked that much, never was really a flashy guy, but always was humble, hardworking, put his head down and just grinded every single year, and that's why he got better also every single year. You guys remember early on in his career, he was actually a Phil Emery pick back in 2014, I believe, so this was not even a Ryan Pace pick, but man, early on in his career, Kyle Fuller, like, a lot of people were saying he might be a bust because first couple years he was getting injured. He missed the entire 2016 season, I believe. So first couple years weren't going that hot, but then he had his breakout season in 2017 when he finally stayed healthy, when Ryan Pace added some more talent around him, when, Vic Fangio was here as well. He finally broke out, had a great season in 2017. Then obviously he was a free agent and the Packers tried to sign him actually. So he could have went to the Packers. He was offered a contract with the Packers, but Ryan Pace matched that contract and he stayed with the Chicago Bears for 3 more years. And obviously we saw in 2018 what he did, okay? After getting his payday, he became even better. In 2018, he was a first-team All-Pro cornerback, a Pro Bowler as well, led the league in interceptions with 7, just a fantastic corner, locked down the entire season. Then also in 2019, still a great cornerback, still made the Pro Bowl. So, last few years he's been really reliable. Obviously in 2020, he didn't have the same great season as years prior, but he was still a decent cornerback overall. Like, he definitely did have his moments. I mean, you saw that big hit he laid on some guy on the Buccaneers. I forgot his name, but that was a highlight reel play. Early on that season, he had obviously a game-altering interception against the Lions to help lead that comeback in Week 1. So a lot of great moments in 2020 as well. And overall, he's still a great cornerback, okay? I don't think this move was because he wasn't playing great, because Kyle Fuller was playing great recently in 2020, and every single year practically he's been with the Bears. So the only reason why this move was made was to save on salary cap, okay? Because Kyle Fuller was getting paid $20 million this year because his contract was backloaded, and because he's getting older, because he only had this year left on his contract, I guess Ryan Pace thought it was best to get rid of him and save about $11 million in cap space, okay? He's still gonna be having a $9 million dead cap hit. So we're still going to have to pay him $9 million just for getting rid of him, but that's how the contract works, so we can't really do anything about that. But we will be saving $11 million that we can use elsewhere. Now, my initial reaction to this move was I was pissed as hell, okay? Kyle Fuller has been one of my favorite players throughout the last couple years because, man, I love my defensive players, but especially a guy like Kyle Fuller who's always been a hard worker, humble, never making anything about himself, always being a team-first guy, being loved in the locker room, being here for so long too, and providing us with so many great moments over the years. It's really going to hurt to see a guy like him go, okay? One of my favorite players, one of the best cornerbacks in, Bears history recently, okay? He's been a great cornerback for the last decade pretty much for us. Has had really great moments. Obviously 2018, 2019 was his peak with the Bears, but he was still playing at a great level in 2020 as well. So I was mad about this because I also thought that we were only going to make moves like this if we made up for it by getting great players on offense, but that's not what the Bears have been doing, okay? We signed Andy Dalton, a backup from last year, for way too much money, okay? He's only having a cap hit, I believe, of $5.5 million this year, but still, like, why would you pay him so much money when he was only getting paid about like $3 to $4 million last year, and he didn't do anything special last year? So doesn't make sense to me on that contract. And then also we paid Jermaine Fetty $5 million for 1 year to come back. So a combination of these things, a combination of bad previous contracts and other stuff that Ryan Pace has done, forced us to get rid of Kyle Fuller, which a lot of Bears players also were not happy about, okay? If you look at Eddie Jackson's Twitter, right after the release, he tweeted, at this point, facepalm, so obviously he's pissed at what happened because Kyle Fuller was one of his brothers, okay? He's worked with him in the DB room, been with him since 2017 when Eddie Jackson first got drafted, so those two were pretty close together, and obviously Jackson is not happy that they got rid of Kyle Fuller. Also, a guy like Cordell Patterson, he said that stop using the cap space as an excuse. If a MF team wants you, they will get you. Simple as that, which I kind of agree with to some extent too. I mean, the Bears could have found a way to keep Kyle Fuller if they really wanted him, because there's ways to work around the cap, guys. Like, they could have extended him for 2 more years to, put his cap hit in future years when the Bears presumably have more cap and the cap league-wide also goes up. So that could have been an option. Other things as well. But apparently Ryan Pace just did not want to use those options, okay? He wanted to get rid of Kyle Fuller right about now, which is not going well with a lot of the fan base and also a lot of the locker room as well. Again, I would not be mad with this move if the Bears made up for it by getting a great offense, okay? Getting a great quarterback, getting more playmakers on offense, but it doesn't seem like they're using this salary cap saving for anything good, which is why I'm super mad about this move, okay? I totally get that Kyle Fuller, he's getting to the wrong side of 30 soon. He's, making a lot of money, so it would make sense to cut him, but only if you're replacing him with somebody actually great on offense, okay? Use the salary cap space wisely, but I don't think Pace is gonna do that. And also, like, I don't get what the Bears are really doing right now, okay? Are we rebuilding? Are we trying to win? Like, what actually is the plan? Because nobody knows, okay? I thought that Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy were gonna have to win now, okay? Win this year, otherwise they'll be fired at the end of 2021, but I'm thinking that might not be the case anymore, okay? Maybe the McCaskies guaranteed them a few more years of job security, because why else would they want to get rid of all this talent and also not field a team that's competitive? Because mark my words, guys, if we have Andy Dalton starting at quarterback the entire year, if we don't replace Kyle Fuller adequately, we're not going to win more than 5 or 6 games with how tough our schedule is next season. So maybe Ryan Pace is going to make another big move soon, which I hope he does. Otherwise, this move does not make sense at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, thank you so much to Kyle Fuller for everything you've done for our franchise, for being a hard worker, for all the great memories and moments. I'll be coming out with the thank you highlight reel sometime soon, probably this weekend, so stay on the lookout for that. But as always, guys, bear down.